didn't mean to push me over.
Hello. It's our 10-year...
They're still telling people. Nobody's on here
Oh,
yet.
no?
Yeah, we're telling your friends that you started a live video.
Well, you're the one who does the lives.
Well, I know, but... Hi!
Your boobs look good in that shirt.
Oh, hey, thanks. They're like little pancakes, but they're alright. They're like very smooshed.
I love them. Smooshed to my face.
Hi!
It's our 10-year...
10-year wedding anniversary. He doesn't like to celebrate today. He likes to celebrate the anniversary of our first date.
The first date. Because that's when I wanted us to get married, but we got married on June 3rd. Mm-hmm. So...
Sorry, I'm trying to... We posted a little thing in the story and said you can ask us questions because we've been married for 10 years today. So I'm trying to pull up the questions.
I'm just laughing at my buddy Uncle Jeremy from Stolen Clothing. He's... Our wives are close, and...
I love Dee Dee.
Yeah, and they get to compare which husband's a bigger pain in the ass, and I was just like...
I win every time! Surprise!
Jeremy's, I think we go, But he was like, man, I was just like, we're lucky dudes to have the wives we have. And he goes, our wives are suckers. We fooled them.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. He's being funny. It's funny.
What a dick.
It's funny.
Okay, so, All
right, so we have to keep this short.
Yes, very short because
we get out dinner reservation.
We're going to old people dinner because we're old people. So we're going to dinner at 5:30.
No,
and then
this is how I know. That's what I said
to
Jeremy and Ryan today. I was like, man, 42 years old, 10 years. I was like, we're getting old, and Ryan's like, we're only as old as you feel. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, then I
was like,
90.
the aches and pains hurt, but I really do still feel like, and I'm in my 30s. I feel I look better.
I was just looking through my closet trying to find which dependable shoes I can wear that are still semi-cute for our date. Yeah, because I'm not walking far in heels.
10 years ago, I used to parade her around in her high heels, and she hated it. I don't know why casinos out here did cobblestone.
Yeah, it's fucking
I think
terrible.
just it's for the camera guys to watch drunk girls fucking...
Baby giraffes.
Being
Picture it, the baby giraffes where their knees are like knocking. Anyways,
okay.
So we asked you guys, or we said, go ahead, ask us questions. So I'm going to read just a couple of questions, and we'll try to give you short but sweet answers. Are you guys scared to fail each other in life issues? Fuck. Heavy, right off the bat.
Yeah. That's
So what? 08. That's deep.
Of course.
Yeah.
I still feel she's going to wake up one day and be like, what am I doing?
But at the end of the day, even if you wake up or you have a momentary scare that you're going to fail the other person, at the end of the day, what can you do if you fail them? You can just try again tomorrow.
She tries every day to please me and the kids.
And most of the time I feel like I failed.
And then I try to
I feel like there's days where I walk around and literally say out loud to myself, I just fucking do everything wrong. I do everything wrong.
But you don't.
But I'm like saying that to myself because that's how I feel, is that I oh my God, I just can't do anything right. I can't do anything right.
All those podcasts I've been listening to, all those awesome guys I look up to, they think the same way. Successful actors, comedians, musicians. They, no matter how awesome they're doing, they feel like failures at times too. That's called resistance.
Sunny Photography. I just love watching you. I wish my husband would take more notice of me. Oh, babe. Sometimes you just can't make somebody take more notice of you. But what you can do is maybe take more notice of yourself. Remind yourself who you are, that you're a badass, that you're beautiful, that you're amazing, that you're talented. You're a photographer. You're amazing, I'm sure. You got to put yourself out there as recognizing how amazing you are. And then if they don't see it, you don't really care at that point because you already know you're amazing.
And from experience, it's not you, it's him. It's I know it's hard not to take personal. You being an artist, you see things differently. Even though she's the sweetest, kindest, I'm a little more sentimental and sappy.
Uh-huh.
I'm
more
because it's the artist in me.
But also I've been hurt so many times in my life that not that I'm jaded, but I've just found ways to laugh at situations most people wouldn't laugh at. So you'll see that he'll make a big long post for like for our anniversary, for instance. Usually there's a big long post for Valentine's Day, and I'm like,
love you, bro. Post.
Yeah. Or I'm like, I think one year you posted this big long beautiful thing, and you had no idea we were at we're at the baseball stadium in San Francisco, and we're getting ready to watch a Giants game, and you're posting this big, long, beautiful post for our anniversary, and I was like taking a video in slow-mo of you eating this giant hot dog, and I was like, damn, he got like 95% of that thing in
Or
there.
New Year's Eve, we're in the backyard, and I'm trying to hold my head to her and like connect, and she's like, I'm not like you, just, I love you, but just, I'm like, oh.
But I've been a mom since I was 17. I'm like, I'm fucking suffocating. Just, I need some space. Someone's always tugging on me.
We do that. We cuddle, and then we're like, okay.
All right, get away.
We touch feet.
Yes.
That's how we know.
Yes.
Like, that's our thing. After 10 years of being together, we still, like, if we had a rough day, we still show each other, like, I love you, and we touch feet, and that's like the...
Okay. 86 Nate Dog. How do you keep the fire burning?
Well, with a booty like that, I mean...
But
I just, what did I say? When I was watching you, I still get excited. I have clients that are amazing hotties, and I don't, because I've been doing this for so long. Yeah, they're hot, and yeah, we say they're sexy and they're cute, and they are.
Yeah.
But I think it's awesome, and I don't get excited because that's my job.
He's
but
saying excited. You know what he...
Yeah, I don't get turned on, but I'll watch her. She's like trying to be serious, and I'm like, babe, I'm so turned on. She's like, just listen to me. She turns me on.
Oh, that's another question. What's one of your biggest pet peeves? That. Where I'm trying to say something, and he's like, you're so fucking beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. Shut up and just listen. Can you just listen to me? Like, stop looking. Close your eyes and listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
Because I'm just like in the moment watching you, and I'm like, it's like in a movie, everything's slow motion. I'm like, she's so beautiful.
Shut up.
Beautiful.
So,
our love is like her booty.
Have either of you
growing.
ever cheated? No.
No. I've selfishly come close. This is for both men and women, especially for women to understand and to explain. Plays devil's advocate is some of the times was just me to stroke my ego to see, like, that's all it was, and that comes with a price.
But he never went through with it, but he did a little too much flirtation a couple of times.
And sometimes it's like sticking your hand in the fire and seeing, and you're just playing with something that's sacred, so no.
Dark Soul Tattoo Studio, have you ever thought about opening an OnlyFans? We get asked that a lot, especially, like, we get a lot of DMs asking for that. I said, me and my friend, we call her BBM because she's got a big old beautiful,
Megan.
Big beautiful booty Megan. There, we need to add another B in there.
It's like 3 times the size of hers, and then a little waist.
It is like, ow.
And she's just
but
as
we
awesome.
we talked about doing an OnlyPans, so we would like cook. And then our husbands could be, our Juicy Jake is her husband. They could be our lovely assistants in the kitchen and just wear an apron. But we would be like giving lessons on how to like properly cook or clean, or like how to clean an oven properly. Or, you know, some of you don't know how to properly clean around the base of a toilet. We could teach you these things and you could pay us for it.
Yeah. Maybe when we're 60, when our kids are grown.
Where is she from?
Heaven.
Centralia, Washington. It's a lovely little town in Central Washington.
But
in case
you've lived
you
here,
couldn't gather from the name Centralia.
But you've lived here over 30 years in Vegas.
I've been in Vegas since I was 7, and I'm 42 now, so 35 years I've lived in Las Vegas. So I am a Las Vegan for all intents and purposes.
Las Vegas.
Oh, you want to see our sex? Thanks. That's a no. Hard no.
You should.
Sometimes a soft no.
Yoga.
It's just a no overall.
I feel the sex.
You didn't get my joke. I said it's a hard no. Sometimes it's a soft no. Either way, it's a no.
When is it soft? Well, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes just like
I get too drunk.
Semi-hard.
Yeah. But somebody asked, somebody in there asked how the sex was after all these years.
It's pretty good.
It's still consistent.
Sometimes
and yoga,
it's inconvenient because I got shit to do.
Yoga. But you know what? You know what awesome about her is she's never turned me down. Even when she's mad at me.
Yeah.
She's never turned me down. ever in 10 years. But yoga helps with the core work.
K-Mac, thank you. Just want to say congratulations. I love your honesty and your love for each other. Thank you so much.
I think that's a big thing in a relationship, being honest with each other.
10 years is a blessing. Thank you, 80 baby. We love you.
We miss you, 80.
Adriana, we do. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to scroll. There's a lot that aren't in English, and I'm sorry I can't read it. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else we need to answer or say. What else do you want to say?
Thank you for putting up with me for all these years, being a child that's not wanting to grow up. I think some of my problems with bringing into the relationship is leaving the past in the past. That's a hard one. Even with my friends. I had 2 years sober until almost a year ago, and I felt lonely. Even though I had I felt, a lot of my friends are dead, and a lot of them I kind of pushed to the side just because I needed to get away to focus. But I miss my old friends, and the point is, I try to go backwards, being in the past, and you gotta kind of live. It's good to see old friends and give them hugs, but you really can't go backwards. You gotta leave the past in the past. And then also in relationships, I'll bring up the past, and you gotta leave the past in the past. Remember your mistakes, but
kind of like I told you earlier, don't be the guy that has that one glory story from that one night, your senior year in high school on the football field. That's all you got.
That's called attachment.
Dude.
That's what I'm learning. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Dude. It's too much. Just kidding. Whoa, that's annoying.
But,
I understand why you guys don't like my voice. I don't like
honesty.
it either.
I feel a lot of people lie to each other, and you're just, I don't know.
I'm trying to see if there's any more questions on here.
Honesty, making sacrifices, that's something I had to let go, not make it about me, which I still have to work on. Some people just are blessed where they're just naturally put everybody else first, and not everybody's like that.
Some people, speaking from experience,
well,
I've never had there hasn't been a chance until, now, yes, but when you're setting a tone for your whole life, you've said before, you're not necessarily a narcissist, but you have narcissistic tendencies or behaviors, and those come from you've never had to have responsibility for anyone or anything.
I set my whole life up to not have responsibility,
and I've had nothing but responsibility my whole life.
Tattooing my face, having cheap cars, not having cell phones. I did not want responsibility. Yes, my question. What are you? But Salisa, I'm an Aries. She's a Taurus.
You should have made them guess, because everybody thinks
we're only
he's
3
a
weeks
Gemini.
apart. Yeah,
he's just bipolar.
But Franco Vescovi was another dear friend and has had my back from Bishop Rotary. He said, Michelle's my angel, and he wasn't the first person to say that. When I did my first ayahuasca session years ago, we were doing combo the next day, and there was a woman waiting, and I didn't meet her until that day. And I had a screensaver of Michelle, and she texted to check on me. She looked at it for 3 seconds and goes, "That woman's your angel. She's been waiting for you. She's waiting for you to fucking grow up, pretty much." And she said a bunch of other stuff, but it gave me chills. She's my best friend, my angel, my everything. And sometimes you take things for granted when people don't realize what they have until it's gone. And so, I don't know.
What would you say? What would you say is your advice is to somebody that okay, hard to give someone like Derek advice. He just got married the other day, but they're such strong-minded, such intelligent individuals already. But if you had somebody that was just starting out, what advice would you give them? Because you've kind of had to learn some stuff the hard way.
I've had to learn to get over myself. You got to do things that you don't want to do. Or resentments. It could be all of them, and then it's what for? Also, one that I'm still working on is complaining about things what's it going to change? I've learned it's easier to just do it instead of complaining about why isn't this done?
Or sometimes to remember that just because your spouse is your best friend and because you know they're not going anywhere, don't throw everything on them. The other day you were going on a tangent about the kids moved your phone charger from the kitchen counter, and I was like, but why am I getting yelled at about this? I didn't touch it. I wasn't even here.
Because you take things out on your best friend.
Yeah. So don't do that.
Yeah, stupid.
Don't do that.
So, like the thing that we've been working on, don't you agree? It's been
take it out on the chicken tenderizer.
The whole being more aware. How much am I now? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Much better.
A lot.
Much better.
It's not perfect and it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm just being more aware of complaining and putting blame where it doesn't need to be. And her thing, is it true? Is it nice? Is it necessary? Yeah, it's true. This thing is bugging me. Is it necessary? No, not really. Just fucking get over it and go find it. Is it nice? Definitely not.
Or is it true it's bothering me? Yes. Is it necessary? Yes, it's necessary for me to say this. I have to say it, but say it in a nice way.
Yeah.
Say what you mean, but don't say it.
I've learned, so instead of being like, hey, this is bothering me, blah, 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 just instead like, hey, I would really appreciate it if you did it this way. And then they receive it. Oh, okay. It sounds cheesy, but it's for real.
Father Kosh, he's going to explode and kill. Not sure what that means.
I'm sorry you're struggling.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I think you just need a hug. I'm sorry.
Not answering tattoo questions right now, guys. Not about tattoos.
Yeah,
we're talking about love and relationships. How do you guys stay strong when one is a little further in the healing journey? That's just, I think that's all perception. Yeah. People like to say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I say perception. So the thing is that like, you may think that he's further along in the journey because he talks about it constantly, but there's a lot of
struggle like a motherfucker.
Right, but there's also things that I'm like, we constantly go back and forth where he's like, you're not changing, you're not doing anything, and I'm like,
that was another part.
I'm like, so tell me what I need to change. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but what do I need to do?
Like the things that I thought I needed her to change is just like who she is, and the things that are most important, she's pretty solid in. Being consistent,
he wants
reliable.
Me to work out more, and I'm like, but I want to read my book.
But it's not for shallowness; it's just for your health.
Right, it's for health. But I'm like, but for my health, I need my mental health, and I need to just read a book.
Yeah, you can't push other things on other people.
No.
When I did ayahuasca a few years ago, I was split wide open. We literally left a movie I wanted to see. An OG tattooer, Mark Mahoney, was in it. It's a Johnny Depp movie, and I left halfway through, and I was like, I hope you don't think I'm becoming a pussy. I just don't want to watch violence anymore, and that's where I'm kind of torn. Is that I feel I'm two different, trying to relate to my past and people that are where they're at, and then me trying to move forward, and then you can't make other people feel guilty. Everybody learns. You just got to accept people. You got to meet people where they're at. And that's what I'm trying to learn. You got to meet people where they're at and learn how to accept them where they're at. So that's the journey of accepting yourself where you're at and not having expectations and just looking at, okay, she may not relate to me in some things, but she gets me in so many other ways. That's what Franco told me. I said, I feel when I really go deep in sacrifices and pushing, I said, I feel alone. I feel like my wife doesn't get me. And Franco said, I think your wife gets you more than anybody will ever get you. And that's fucking true. I can go to a men's retreat with all these dudes and we can be all happy and vibe and talk about a lot of things, but it doesn't mean they get you at your core of like your quirks, isn't that what it is? Your quirks, your bullshit, like, you get me, and that's you can't buy that,
No, can't buy it. You can't teach it.
I'm your third
can't-
husband. What's different between me and the others without bashing the others?
It's completely different. You
I'm just saying,
were.
why are we together 10 years and why did it not?
Well, I was with Owen. I was with my first husband for 9 years. He was the father of my 2 oldest children. But we got married when I was 17, and I mean, for lack of a better term, I was forced to get married by my father because I was pregnant and I had a lot of medical bills. And my dad said, "I'm not paying." No, he wasn't with anybody. He was just a selfish alcoholic.
That's right. You're right.
He just didn't want to pay my medical bills, and he was like, I was laying in the hospital in ICU, and he's like, "You're gonna get married," and I was like, "Huh?" And I got married in the chapel. I literally took off my hospital gown. My girlfriend brought me a dress from 579, which is like a little girly teenage boutique store in the mall. It was like an off-white hippie dress. It was really cute. Big bell sleeves. Anyways, I was like 5 months pregnant, and my mom mailed me a bouquet from Washington from like a florist. She ordered it from Washington from a florist here. And my girlfriend came and did my hair. I took off my hospital gown. I put on my little dress. They put me in a wheelchair and wheeled me down to the chapel in the hospital. We got married. He didn't own a tie, so my dad loaned him a Bugs Bunny tie. Classy. And my aunt made a cake because she's an amazing baker. And we had a piece, and they said, "Okay, time for you to get off your feet. Get back to your hospital bed," because I was hemorrhaging to death with my pregnancy. And when I came back to put my hospital gown on, my girlfriend was helping me in the bathroom, and I put my arm through the sleeve, and my ring flew straight in the toilet.
Talk about
symbolism.
An omen.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
So symbolism.
Yeah.
So anyways, that was 9 years, but it was not a good marriage at all. But I have 2 amazing sons out of that. And there's some good memories, but we just weren't meant to be together. We were children that were forced to get married. We were barely dating for a couple of months, I mean, it was just one of those things. The second one, I had gotten divorced, and I was only single for like 9 months. And I met him, and we just got along so well. No, I only dated.
I'm saying they got a selfish way.
I only dated 2 people.
Get a bunch of,
No, I only dated 2 people. So I think that he was so nice. We got along. He was like my buddy. He was like my antiquing buddy.
That's what you said. You were like, he was just my buddy, but there was no sexual attraction.
No. What little there was in the beginning was, it fizzled out because I realized it was just like what kind of goes along with the beginning of the relationship. But when they choose watching South Park over, I mean, this is when I was in my prime. I was like 30. I had a 34 double G boob.
Shit, I was hitting that shit 3 times a day.
24-inch waist.
You know when I started dating, remember?
Why would you watch
that
South
voice
Park
in my head
instead?
was like, "You better go again, because if you don't, someone else will. Don't roll over and go to bed."
Okay. So that just, and I had to break his heart, and it was it broke my heart.
You never bashed
partly,
him. You were just like, he was
no,
just my
he's
buddy.
the nicest guy. He's the nicest guy, and I want him to find happiness. I really do, but we just weren't meant for each other. And then
Michelle
happened.
says, and it's just the sex still is. It gets better in ways too, as well, being less selfish, and just I'm still attracted to you, just who you are, and your butt gets bigger, and
there's that,
and you just, I don't know, you just see me in other ways other people don't, and it's a little bit of a sidetrack, we got to go, but she says she's not an artist. If you've seen our shop, she's an artist. She's crafty, and some people say you can't put love in a box, but she did.
Oh my gosh, this was like 10 years ago. It's kind of falling apart. I think some of the adhesive is broken now, but it's a little shadow box. This was from like our first year. Oh, see, look, there's a seashell falling.
Sorry.
This is from our first year. Oh, but it's kind of falling apart. It's very dusty.
I think, we
look,
we're
there's
always
even my pregnancy test is in there. And look, an AHF.
We work together. We can never. We were watching something the other day, and oh no, you weren't. I did. But the couple always.
I'm glad I was there with you.
When they fought, the friend, he would go to his friend's house, and he was just like, by the end of the night, she would come get him. They just couldn't be apart, and that's us. Like, we never stay mad for long. A couple of hours. I don't think it's. I think maybe one day it's lasted, It's never been a string of days.
Yeah.
And but it actually has been a string of days. 10 years of them. We gotta go. We gotta get to our dinner. Traffic is crazy because everybody keeps moving to Vegas. It's the new Portland. No, it'll never be as cool as Portland.
It won't, no. It's like the new LA, but not.
Thank you for all your guys' support and so many things. We gotta go. We love you, and may you find happiness and love.
Your person. Go find your lobster.
And when we dropped our guard down. I'd stopped playing games when I met her. When I met her, I said, "This chick likes me, loves me as much as I love her," and I just went all in.
He's gonna cry. He's about to cry. I feel it. No, don't touch the eyelashes.
I still can't come in your hair?
No.
I love you. And we love you.
Bye, guys.